Welcome back to another week of CS50P. In this video, we are covering week 5, which is all about unit testing. Unit testing is the process of verifying that your functions behave correctly. Instead of manually checking your code every time, you write tests that do it for you. This helps you catch bugs early and makes your code more reliable. Let us start with a basic example. Imagine you have a function called square that returns the square of a number. A simple test might look like this. You call square with the value 2 and check if the result is 4. If it is not correct, you print an error message. This approach works, but it is not ideal. Printing messages is not the best way to test code. It does not scale well and can be hard to manage. This is where assert comes in. Assert allows you to write cleaner and more powerful tests. Instead of writing conditions manually, you simply state what should be true. For example, you can write assert square 2 equals 4. If the result is wrong, Python will raise an error automatically. This makes your tests easier to read and easier to maintain. It also makes failures more visible and easier to debug. Next, we introduce Pytest. Pytest is a framework that helps you run your tests automatically. Instead of executing each test manually, Pytest finds and runs them for you. To use Pytest, you create a test file and write your test functions inside it. Then you run a simple command in your terminal. You type Pytest followed by the name of your test file. Pytest will then execute all the tests and show you the results. This saves time and makes testing part of your regular workflow. Another important concept in this week is project structure. It is good practice to separate your main code from your test code. For example, you might have a file called calculation.py for your functions. Then you have another file called test_calculation.py for your tests. Keeping things organized makes your project easier to understand and maintain. It also helps other developers quickly find what they need. They also learned about packages. A package is a way to organize related files into a folder. To make a folder a package, you add a file called init.py. This tells Python to treat the folder as a package. And once you do that, you can import modules from that folder easily. Now let us talk about the problem set for this week. The goal was to write tests for your own functions. And instead of focusing only on writing code, you also had to verify that your code works correctly. While solving the problem set, you learn how to think about edge cases. You start asking questions like what happens if the input is invalid. You also learn how to design tests that catch mistakes. One important lesson is that good tests are just as important as good code. A program without tests can easily break without you noticing, but with tests, you can quickly detect and fix problems. Now let us summarize the key takeaways. Unit testing helps ensure your functions behave correctly. Assert makes your tests simple and readable. Pytest allows you to run tests automatically and efficiently. Organizing your project into separate files improves clarity. Packages help you structure your code in a clean way. That is it for week 5 of CS50P. If you found this helpful, consider liking the video and subscribing for more content. See you in the next week.